So NetBIOS enumeration tools, SuperScan. SuperScan is a Connect-based TCP port scanner, pinger, and hostname resolver. So it supports unlimited IP ranges, blah, 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 all this stuff. Banner grabbing, Windows, host enumeration, hostname resolving, source port scanning, simple HTML report generation, TCP SYN and UDP scanning, so on and so forth. Here's a picture of it over on the right. NetBIOS, another tool is Hyena. So it'll go out and collect a whole lot of information as well. And it does a lot of those commands that we talked about here. It'll just go and issue those on the machines over the protocol. So WinFingerprint is another enumeration tool that you can use. And also NetBIOS Enumerator and NS Auditor, Network Security Auditor. So NS Auditor will do it. So NetBIOS Enumerator and NS Auditor are two more. And then enumerating user accounts. You can use PSExec, PSFile, PSKill. PSKill on a machine is usually considered PUA or PUS, potentially unwanted application, or PUS, PUS, potentially unwanted software. So those are the acronyms you'll see when these things are detected. For that reason, PS list as well. Enumerating shared resources using NetView. NetView is a utility or is used to obtain a list of all the shared resources of a remote host or work group. So NetView, this is a built-in Windows thing. It's not something external that you install. So you can get to know this very well. This is kind of on older computers. Now you want to learn the... we need to take a break for a second. I gotta think of what it's called. Okay, I got it. On the newer computers, you want to use something called PowerShell. PowerShell is the new version of this, and it's incredibly powerful. You can do almost everything through the CLI. It's very powerful. So now we're going to talk about SNMP enumeration some more. Actually, SNMP enumeration for the first time. Simple Network Management Protocol enumeration. So SNMP stands for Simple Network Management Protocol. SNMP enumeration is a process of enumerating user accounts and devices on a target system using the SNMP protocol. SNMP consists of a manager and an agent. Agents are embedded on every network device, and the manager is installed on a separate computer. SNMP holds two passwords to access and configure the SNMP agent from the management station. Read community string is it is public by default, and it allows viewing of the device/system configuration. So if you can read the community string, that's a lot of information. And by default, it used to be by default in SNMP 1, it was enabled and it was very insecure. So when SNMP 1 was around, now I think we're up to 2 or 3. So SNMP 2 fixed a lot of this stuff, and now if 3's not out yet, it will be soon. And they'll have a lot more hardening and that kind of thing, because this was it was in every single networking device. You could get so much information from this. So there's a read and write community string. It's private by default and allows remote editing and configuration. The attacker uses these default communication strings to extract information about a device. So it had default user creds, right? It's basically default credentials. And then attackers enumerate SNMP to extract information about network resources such as hosts, routers, devices, shares, etc., and network information such as ARP, address resolution protocol tables, routing tables, and traffic, etc. And also, you could actually reconfigure the device from SNMP. So in some of the later stuff, you could actually issue commands to change things. And then we have the basic layout of the workings of SNMP. We have a MIB, which is a management information base, which kind of holds all the information. It's a virtual hard drive, you can think of it that way. And then everybody else has community strings that kind of feed that. They have information and links to it. So you can get the trap. If you get a trap, like an error, like, hey, this condition signified or signaled a trap, then that gets sent out to another trapping computer, right? So you just kind of put it out on the wire and somebody will consume it. So the MIB, the Management Information Base, is a virtual database containing formal descriptions of network objects that can be managed using SNMP. The MIB database is hierarchical, and each managed object in a MIB is addressed through object identifiers, or OIDs. Two types of managed objects exist: scalar objects and tabular objects. Scalar define a single object instant, and tabular, they define multiple related object instances and are grouped in MIB tables. The OID includes the type of MIB object, such as a counter, string, address, access level, and such as not accessible, accessible for notify, read-only or read-write, size restrictions, and range information. SNMP uses MIB's hierarchical namespace containing object identifiers, or OIDs, to translate the OID numbers into human-readable displayable information.